More evidence today that maybe I've been doing this too long. I was thrilled to see seven-time Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton win Sunday for his ninth time at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. It was an important win for all of F1, except for two-time champion Max Verstappen, apparently. The post-race video never showed Verstappen congratulating Lewis. Max has set records for wins the last two seasons. Lewis hasn't won since Max stole the title from him at Abu Dhabi in 2021. Max leads Lewis by nearly 150 points in the standings this year. You'd think the face of F1 would be big enough to shake Hamilton's hand or congratulate him some way. Instead, he never acknowledged Lewis in the post-race interview. In the past, when the roles were reversed, Lewis usually praised Max, the Red Bull team, and the competition. Instead, in the post-race driver's room, Max Sunday moved his chair away from Lewis's and hardly looked his way, saying little or nothing to the race winner. I understand rivalry, but evidently Max is that small. The face of Formula One indeed. More proof that many in that circus are indeed a clown show. Peace.
Your StattMann Scat brought to you by our good friends at MAV TV, the television home of motorsports, the premier destination for motorsports enthusiasts. And of course, you just might be watching SpeedFreaks right now on MAV TV. Unparalleled live motorsports lineup for you, including some of the baddest on two wheels in the World Superbike Championship Series. And leave it to MAV TV, taking it to the dirt for the always entertaining Speedway GP. And of course, MAV TV is the home for North America's best motorcycle road racing series. It's called Moto America. Perhaps you've seen it on MAV TV. Go to mavtv.com for the most up-to-date information on live racing coverage only on MAV TV. And again, the home of SpeedFreaks. StatMann, your scat talking about Lewis Hamilton and the lack of sportsmanship with Max Verstappen. Why would you expect anything more than what you didn't see?
Well, considering Max, I'd like to think that he's bigger than what I think of him. And he proved that he's as small as I think he is. Getting up and moving your chair away from someone in a small room when guys generally unwind and, get ready for the celebration on the podium. And whenever he wanted to talk, he turned and talked to Norris instead of looking at and saying anything to Lewis. He's the face of F1. He's a two-time defending champion. Lewis is he's on the short list of best drivers in F1 of all time, and he's won 7 championships. Had an 8th stolen, and the guy that stole it was fired for stealing it. But let's not go into that again. But I was just disappointed to find out that Max was as small as I think he is.
I didn't see the incident, Crasher. I don't know if you did. Richie, did you see the incident that Stat's talking about?
I did too. I'm glad you brought it up too, because I thought it was usually the cool down rooms are very awkward to begin with, I think, for the most part. So we get raw audio from these cool down rooms before they go onto the podium. And you're right, StatMann, it was awkward, man. It was so awkward. And adding to the Lewis and Max kind of drama was the drama from Lando and Max from the last race in Austria, where they crashed into each other going for the lead of that race. And that made it even more awkward. And so, yeah, it was very, very strange occurrence, but it should not absolutely take away from what Lewis did today. It was an incredible drive. Max was starting to catch him on different tire strategies at the end of the race, and Lewis held on to his tires, and he got the win, man. And it was, I really did. It was one of the most popular wins in motorsports we've seen in a long, long time. Again, he was trending all day on Twitter. All the images from it, it was truly incredible. So that awkwardness for Max and Lando should not take away from what we saw from Lewis today at all.
Yeah, I think it's an important win for Formula One that people don't if they don't think that, they're not they don't understand what was happening. It was important that the 7-time champion not disappear from the sport, and Max and apparently Red Bull are having a few problems. They are not as fast as they were the last 2 years, and it would appear, I've got some feelers out to find out what's happened, but it would appear that Mercedes has found the problem, switched the light on, and the cars have been faster. George Russell won the last event, and now Lewis has won this event. So Mercedes is back at the sharp end of the field.
Crasher, can I put something out there?
Yeah.
Why, again, I threw this at StatMann. I'm playing devil's advocate here. And again, I would expect nothing less than that from Max Verstappen. Same.
Just some of the things we know behind the scenes, that Max Verstappen is just not one of the nicest people in the world.
But fine, it gives us fodder. And for sports talk radio, one of the biggest complaints, and actually for the NASCAR Cup Series, you just don't have any a-holes anymore. You don't have any black hats out there. Regardless, it's like I'm glad Max Verstappen continues to be an a-hole. It gives us something to talk about that his freaking runaway. It's just.
Let me interrupt you a minute, Kenny. I tried my best to keep that out of the. I tried every other sentence. I said, no, Ken, no.
You a-hole.
The first thing you do is pour it all over.
Yeah. I just can't finish off the A.
It's just a-hole syrup on StattMann's waffle.
Look, as a Cowboys lover, there are so many ex-NFLers that I hated. Air quotes. NBA, Major League Baseball. I couldn't stand some of them. And there were the arrogant. I mean, come on. Barry Bonds, please. I mean, he gave you so much fuel to hate him. And it created such a dichotomy in watching Major League Baseball. The practice, you want to go in the NBA, you could go on and on with all of these players. I mean, Terry Bradshaw, come on, man. Hated that dude. He was as hillbilly as they came, but that son of a gun went out and won 4 championships, beating the Cowboys. It's thank goodness. I don't know. We would lose my dad from time to time for a couple of hours because of a-holes that would beat his teams.
After beating the Cowboys. Got it.
Yeah. I would expect anything less from Max.
Okay. But, and like Richie said, it doesn't take anything. His attitude doesn't take anything away from Lewis Hamilton's victory. This was an amazing victory. It's now, like StatMann said, back-to-back for the Mercedes team. Have they turned the corner? It will make the second half of the season very interesting. But you can be an a-hole, but just have at least an ounce of respect. And the disrespect that he showed in the cool-down room to Lewis Hamilton just seems to be like, come on, that has no place in sports or life, period. Just give him a smidge of respect, just a smidge, and then go on to being your a-hole self again.
Yeah, StatMann, whether it's it doesn't even have to be for the win. It's just the fact of respect that, look, you've got 7 freaking championships. I'm not going to back my chair away from you. I'm going to listen to what the hell you have to say, or at least gain some inside information.
Yeah, when Lewis was on the podium and Max ran away with the event, they would talk to him and say, we weren't good enough. They're the best. He dominated. We got to work harder to catch up. I mean, those are all, respect to Max. And when Max had the chance to return the favor, he didn't. Moved his chair away so he wouldn't be sitting too close to a 7-time champion.
Good. He gave us 8 minutes to talk.
There you go. All right.
6 different winners this season in Formula One.
Parody.
Whoa. Parody.
Been a great season, Kenny. You're missing out. You are missing out, son. Start waking up at 6 o'clock.
And there, in the same time frame of Mercedes turning things around, there's also been management shifts at Red Bull, which could be one of the reasons for their decline recently. So yeah, it's good again, Kenny.
Good again. The accusations of bad manners,
misconduct.
maybe that's had something to do with it.